here's a 10-minute glute strengthening video. So you're going to start off in standing, your shoulders are going to be back, you've got your leg out to the side, tighten your tummy muscles, hold teasers on top and lift the leg up into the air. So you're going to do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, keep those hips pointing forwards, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and then to the other side. Make sure that hip isn't rocking back to get the lift and you're still thinking about your upper body. 1, 2. If you find your balance is a little bit off, you can use a surface to hold on to. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and a little bit of a wiggle, bit of a relax. Next one, we're going to take the leg behind. So we're going to start by bending the right leg. Make sure the knee is over your 3rd or 4th toe. The knee isn't dropping in. You're going to take your left leg behind you and you're going to come up and then push back. 1, 2. Again, if you find your balance a little bit wobbly, you can hold on to something. 3. What you're wanting to make sure is you take that leg back, you're not getting an arch through the lower back. You tighten your tummy muscles, so it's just coming from the bottom muscles. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and then same on the other side. Bend the left leg now. Take the right leg away from you. Bend and then push back as though you're pushing a button or opening a door with your right leg. Keeping the hips nice and still. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, so a little bit of wiggle. Then come and have a lie onto your side. So you're going to take one arm in front of you and even pop a little cushion or a towel just in between your ear and your shoulder if you wanted to. Your hips are going to be at 45 degrees. Your knees are going to be at 90. You're going to lengthen through your waist. Create a little bit of a gap between the mat and your waist. Stack your top hip over your bottom hip. Imagine a Malteser resting on top. And you're going to lift your top knee up into the air without that hip rocking back. And if you're used to doing these, you've done these before, you want to make it a little bit more difficult, then you just bring both feet up into the air and open and close. This is called the clam. Open and close the clamshell with both feet up in the air. If you're quite new to this exercise, then don't lift those feet up. Good, just 4 more. Just check the timer. Good, and then straighten both legs like a pencil. If you find you're a little bit too wobbly, then you can just bend your underneath leg to make it a little bit easier. If you want to, you can have both legs nice and straight. Again, make sure that top hip's over your bottom hip. And you're going to lift the leg up into the air and then back down. You can take that leg nice and high if you want to, but make sure you don't get the height by compensating through the kind of the control, and make sure you're not getting that lift by dropping the hip back, otherwise your Maltese will roll off. And if you want to make these more difficult, you can do little circles about the size of a football, 1 in each direction. So now we're going to do 6 on this side, and just pick which one you're going to do, whether you're going to do a straight leg lift or whether you're going to add in your circles. Do a combination of the two. Good. Just 4 more. last one. Up and then back down. And then can we have a line to the other side to make sure we're doing the right side as well. Exactly the same to start with, doing the clam. Hips to 45 degrees, knees at 90. Stacking the hips, lengthening through the waist, Maltese are on top. And we're going to do 10 clams. And if you want to make that more difficult, you're just going to lift both heels up into the air. Good, 5 more. And again, to make this more difficult, you just hold it for longer. I'm just wanting to show you lots of variations of exercises that you can be doing. Good, just 2 more. Good, and then both legs nice and straight. And we're going to lift that top leg up into the air. Again, if you find you're a bit wobbly, just bend that underneath leg for a bit of support. And then it's the same on this side, keeping that hip nice and still. Think about your Malteser on top. And if you're feeling confident and you're feeling okay, add in your circles. Make sure your knee is pointing straight as well. Make sure as you get that circle that the knee doesn't rotate in, otherwise you'll lose the bottom activation, the glute muscle switching on. Good, we're just going to do 5 more of those and just do 5 of whichever one you're doing, whether you're doing a single leg lift or you do it with the circles. Good, just 3 more. 2 more. The last one. Good, and relax, and hopefully you should feel that really working through the bottom muscles. And we're just going to do one on all 4s now. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, lengthen through the back of the neck. Make sure your back's nice and straight, as though you could rest a tray of drinks on there. And you're going to do legs out to the side. So keeping both hips nice and still, make sure those tray of drinks don't spill out to the side, and you're going to take the knee out and back in. This is what it will look like from the front. Good. So we're going to do 8 on this left side, making sure that your body isn't collapsing to one side. Even though you're lifting, the weight feels quite equal between both hands. If you find your wrists are getting sore, then you can make your hands into a fist. That's another option. But making sure you're keeping that back nice and straight. Good, just 4 more. Good, and 10 on the other side. All the time making those little adjustments either through your hands or your shoulders, tightening those tummy muscles to keep that lower back nice and still. Good, 4 more. Last one. Good, and relax. Fab stuff. And we're just going to do a few more straight leg ones, and then we'll do some nice stretches to finish. So we're just going to do 5 on each side, where we're going to straighten our leg away. 1, bring your knee in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 more on the other side. 1, but keep that back nice and still. Good, last one. Fab, and relax. And then let's do some stretches to finish. So have a lie onto your back. Going to stretch the left side, so put your left foot onto your right knee. You can either push the knee away or hug the leg towards your chest. That's the 10-minute timer going off, but we'll just do some stretches to finish. The timer won't go off. Good, really feel that stretch through the bottom. And then changing sides. Now put your right foot onto your left knee, either push your right knee away or you can hug your left leg towards your chest, whichever one you feel gets the better stretch through your hip. Good, and relax. Fab. And if you want to, you can just spend a little bit more time doing those stretches to finish. But I hope you've enjoyed that 10-minute of glute, so bottom muscles and hip muscles. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.